Yeah, hello. This is time for the blue set review, and we're starting with the uncommons. This is number 3 on the list. The Thought Harvester.
Yeah, blue is a good color in Oath of the Gatewatch, and the uncommons are a bit. Some are really good and some are a bit worse.
Yeah.
But we just thought that this was pretty stable. It's a 2 for flying, the void for 4.
Yeah.
And the exiling part would have been good, at least in Battle for Zendikar.
Yeah. There is no ingest in Oath.
No,
none of the creatures have ingest. So.
I mean, we played a 1/2 flying.
Yeah.
That had ingest. So maybe this can play a similar role, and even if it doesn't, it's still an Azure Drake.
Yeah. I mean, 4 mana isn't super for a 2/4. But since it's flying,
always playable.
Since it's flying, it's better.
Yeah. So we have this at number 3.
Yeah.
And we'll see how relevant the exiling will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 2 we have a pretty expensive sorcery, but it seems to be a pretty slow format.
Yeah.
And there are still large creatures around.
Yeah.
So bouncing 2 creatures and drawing 2 cards is still a good tempo swing.
Yeah, I think it's good when you're even on the battlefield. It's very good when you're ahead, and it's still okay when you're behind.
Yeah, so it's if this was Origins, you would probably not have time to cast this 7 mana spell.
No.
But Battle for Zendikar and now Oath seems to be not super slow, but at least pretty slow.
No, but I mean it has some tappers. It doesn't got that much aggressive.
No, when you're still playing the Coastal Exchangers and cards like that, so
yeah.
7 is not impossible. The 7/8, the
Ruin Processor.
Ruin Processor was a really good card. So
Yeah.
We think this can be castable, and then it will be a very good tempo swing.
Yep.
Moving on to number 1 on uncommons.
Yeah, I mean this was a pretty easy number 1. The Cyclone Sire is a super card. It's 5 mana for a 3/4 flyer, and that's decent. But when it dies, it gives you another 3/3.
Yeah.
So I mean it's 6 power, 7 toughness for 5 mana.
Yeah, even though it's not on the board
No,
at the same
not
time.
at the same time, but
it's still a 3/4 flyer for 5 in limited is still playable.
Yeah.
And when if or when it dies, if it doesn't die, I mean you're attacking for 3,
Yeah.
and if it dies, you get a land creature.
Yeah.
So no downside here, I think.
No.
Pretty stable first place.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we'll move on now to top 5 commons. Yeah, and at place 5 we have another flyer.
There's a lot of flyers.
And in the common top 5, it's hard to know if it's the perfect ordering, but this is our number 5 at least.
Yeah.
We have a 2/3 flying and Devoid as well if it's relevant, and for 1 Wingdings mana you can potentially lift up an Eldrazi or something in the air.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking about this card. In the late game, this could be super relevant.
It could be for the win.
Yeah.
And the worst case is still a decent flyer. You would play the Griffin in Battle for Zendikar that was a 2/3 that gave you 2 life.
Yeah, you play that a lot.
Yeah, it was a good card. So this will never be bad.
No.
And when it's good, it's really good.
Yeah.
So we have it on the top.
Yep.
Top 5. Place 5.
Yeah, number 4 we have Cultivator Drone, another Devoid card. This is the same thing. We don't know how relevant the mana is, but in the Devoid decks, I can't see this being a bad card.
No, it's you always played Coastal Chandler. It had a good body though, but it's 3. It's a 2/3, and it ramps.
Yeah.
In the right.
In the Devoid decks or the colorless decks.
And it could be relevant that it gives you this colorless mana symbol, because some of the cards have activated abilities and even casting costs that require it.
Yeah.
So if you have like a bomb, the 5/5 trample or something, then you would like this type of card to be able to cast it.
Yeah, I mean I can't see playing a blue-red Devoid deck or something without this card in my deck. I can't see having this.
Good. No, it will be good.
Yeah, it will be good in those decks.
So we have it at number 4. It could be better, it could be worse, but it's at least top 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is another pretty weird creature. I mean, it's a tapper for 2. It's a 1/3, and for 1 mana, at least as long as you have the mana.
Yeah,
it's a really good tapper.
Yep.
It's effective, it's cheap, and it's the only thing is if you really don't have a lot of the waste symbol or something, then this might not be good to main.
No.
But if you have it pretty reliable, I think this card looks very strong.
Yeah, and we don't know how good the tap ability is, but we've seen white has a tapper and blue has a tapper, so there is a tapping theme.
Yeah, and in the past, cheap tappers has always been very good.
Yeah.
And this is the cheapest here.
Yep.
So we have it at number 3.
And number 2, we have Containment Membrane. This is a pretty weird card, I think, because it doesn't tap the creature.
No, which is relevant.
But it's still very good.
Yeah, the surge part of it, it's
that's just a bonus. I mean, the surge is just a bonus.
Your opponent on turn 3 might attack with a random creature.
Yeah.
You play out a 2 or a 3 drop, depending on if you're going to play on the draw.
Yeah.
And then for just 1 extra mana, you lock that creature down.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good turn.
Yeah, that's a very good turn.
And worst case, you can put this on something for 3, and if your opponent uses it or attacks with it once, you have it locked down.
Yeah.
So it's never bad.
No.
I guess they can keep something back just as a blocker, but okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully you play this on something that is tapped.
Yep.
So it's not claustrophobia that's easier to cast.
Yeah, you have to remember that.
Yeah. So moving on now to number 1. And here's a card I really like, Sweep Away.
Yeah, I mean, this just brings me back to Triple Cons when you play the blue-red tempo decks.
Yeah.
Bounce everything, attack.
Yeah, and Royal Spout?
Yeah, Royal Spout.
You would pay 3 for it if it was only for this effect sorcery, or 6 to awaken, so it was a very powerful card.
Yeah.
But this is instant speed, and it just sets someone back. If you know, for example, that you will win the game next turn unless your opponent draws, say, a land, then you will win.
Yep.
Or if he doesn't draw a certain flyer or something.
Yeah.
Then you can just bounce a ground creature, put it on top, you know that he will draw the card, and then you will win.
Yeah.
So it's powerful to think in that sense too.
Yeah, and I mean, just putting say your opponent plays a 3-drop, attacks next turn, you put it on top of on the library again, and then he hasn't played anything in 4 turns. I mean, you can
it sets him back a whole turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good card. I like it.
Yep.
Hopefully it will be good. And
we will move on now to...
Yeah, now we will move on to black.
Yes.
So this was blue. Next video will be black.